dancing.
And 3, 2, 1 boner.
3, 2, 1 boner. That's pretty well the way that we start these motherfuckers off.
Yeah.
How much storage space do we have in this motherfucker?
How
long can we go?
Fucking we could go all night if you want to. All night long, buddy.
All night.
All night long.
You have no idea how many times I've heard that just in the span of this week. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, America.
Yeah,
which we're not.
Which we're not, and we should probably limit our use of America because we don't want to piss off the guys at Two Best Friends Play because I love them a little more than I should. But yeah, this is a great way to start. Yeah, this is our podcast.
Whoa.
Woohoo!
First ever premiere.
The premiere edition, Prestige Worldwide. This is our podcast, and this is something we've been wanting to do for a little while. If you don't know who we are, where the fuck have you been? Of course, I'm Justin, Bridgewater's Finest on YouTube. I don't want to use my fucking YouTube entrance, but on the first one, I guess I will.
Yeah.
Bridgewater's Finest on YouTube.
It's there anyway.
Blockbuster_guy on Twitter. Social media giant, of course.
So they say. Yeah.
That's what your stepsister says. I get the feeling that joke is going to come up so often. Jill is never going to be able to listen to this podcast. Hi, Jill.
Yeah.
You got her exactly.
Yeah, I'm Nick. Name nobody will use on not Facebook. YouTube. A little technically inclined to say what the technical terms for shit is right now.
I don't think YouTube is actually a technical term. I think it's just that it's just a term.
No, but you need to go there to watch shit.
That's true.
So it's kind of technical.
It is kind of technical.
You have to know how to get there, log in, blah, 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 blah.
I suppose that's true.
I mean, a 6-year-old, a 6-year-old can do it.
6-year-olds, I tell you, I have 2 nephews. My nephews are 11 and 12, and they know more about the internet probably than I do. Which is horrible, but anyways. So yes, you are the name no one will use on YouTube, which you see in the little thingamabobber. I don't know why I just made a motion with my hands. I don't know why, because we're not video recording this.
No. We had a little bit of trouble with XSplit.
Fuck.
Want to throw up the video all out of frame and red. Red like the blood that pumps through our beating hearts. Yeah. We're getting all poetic with
getting
me
a little
shit.
Little poetic, hoping to turn you on.
Well, it won't work again, sir.
Won't work again. Once was enough.
Once was enough.
Once again when you were sleeping. So he's the name no one will use on YouTube, and he's also R.N. Stevenson on that there Twitter thing.
That there Twitter thing.
That's
that awesome Twitter.
It's actually the way that we sort of like to introduce Twitter. We like to say that there Twitter, at least for you anyway. It's just like that there Twitter thing. I just say Twitter because I'm boring. But there we go. So this is our debut podcast. I imagine the 2 people that are going to listen to this will be thrilled.
Thank you for I was going to say
you were going to say watching. That's
what
true.
The hell? I'm so used to shooting videos that this is completely new and foreign to me.
A little bit. We do have 2 cameras pointed in our face, so it's almost
true.
like
it's almost like we're doing it, but we're not.
Exactly.
Like we're filming a porno, but we're not.
We're not?
I forgot to send you the email.
And this is the sound of me getting up and leaving. No. So for the first episode of the podcast, I thought it would be kind of cool to just sort of shoot the shit a little bit about who we are and how we came to be forced by the laws of nature to probably be friends that can never get rid of each other.
I don't know about you, but I seem to have a fond memory of you holding a gun to the side of my head.
Something like that.
Tell me, bitch, if you ever leave me, I'll blow your fucking brains out.
Was that one of the times I had my pants around my ankles too? Was that? These things, all of these incidents just blend together. They really do. Anyways, with Nick and I, we've been friends since high school. 10th grade? 9th grade? When did you move?
Grade 2001.
You moved here in 2001?
I think, 9, 10? Either 9 or 10.
Yeah, 2001 I think would have been grade 10.
Yeah.
So just getting into senior high.
Yeah.
Grade 10, ironically enough, was also the year I decided to stop giving a fuck about people calling me fat. Like, so grade 10 was a banner year. It really was. Yeah, there you go. I just opened up on some real shit about my childhood. I was and still am the fat kid. But around grade 10, I was just like, well, fuck that. You know, and all that good stuff. Grade 10. I think really started hanging out grade 11, grade 12.
Yeah.
Grade 10 a little bit, but I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
I think you were
in grade 10. Met Derek first, and he kind of introduced me to everybody in the group.
Right, fair enough. Yeah, so you would have started more likely with fucking Derek and Richard, and then fair enough. Yeah.
Cool.
So that's sort of where we met. Graduated high school together, of course.
Woohoo,
exactly.
Which was close for me because, like, one of my marks was 50, and I'm like, I passed!
Yeah. Woohoo!
Woohoo! No more teachers during lunch! Yay! With some of them.
Yeah, oh, man. In case you didn't know, we actually have Alice Cooper on the show. That was him singing. No more teachers' dirty looks? Yeah. There we go. Took him a second, but no, fair enough. Yeah.
A little bit slow.
But yeah, so you moved here grade 10 from you lived in Halifax before, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then moved down here, and then moved back to Halifax.
After school, yes.
Eventually, yeah.
I tried to do the whole college thing, which I kind of found out that I hated school. Which I already knew, but I thought I could do it.
Thought, hey, man, maybe more difficult school will be different.
Well, it was in computers, and
well, true.
Hey, Mr. Scott, I'm ready to learn. Fucking.
That's true.
Yeah. And
was that Mr. Scott? Yeah, it was Mr. No, Smith.
Smith.
Yes, that was with Smith.
Yes,
we're later on in this podcast, we're just gonna fucking dish random high school stories and everything like that. So we have a shit ton of them. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, fair enough. Everybody that knows me, sorry, everybody that sort of knows me that's listening to this. What are you doing, sir?
Go ahead. I'm just checking to see if we're still recording.
That's a bonus.
Yeah.
To make sure that we're actually still recording
our
podcast.
First premiere, I gotta make sure there's no hiccups in this shit.
It's true. Absolutely. It's absolutely true.
Yeah.
Stop cupping my balls.
I just can't help it. You winkle them in my face.
Well, you know, I hope you appreciate all the work that goes into that, getting into that awkward space. I totally forgot where we were. Not gonna lie.
High school.
After high school, all that shit. Yeah. Everybody that knows me knows I went to Mount St. Vincent University in Halifax for 4 years. Did a history degree, president of the History Society, all that jazz. Not to suck my own dick, but I was a pretty big deal. Yeah, exactly. And then I went down and did some more schooling down in the States, which was we'll talk about that sometimes. It was a slightly fucked up experience, but whatever. I did some more down there, and now I teach, substitute. I try to anyway. God bless the one or two teachers that'll actually give me work. Although one of them just retired, so fuck.
So you got one.
There goes 50% of my workload, yeah. And now I just sort of fucking do what I do and do some YouTube shit, which is I absolutely love. I don't make any money off of it, but it's one of the most fun things I've ever done.
Yeah, you got coffee.
You know what? I've got a coffee. Actually, you know what? It's funny. I checked my YouTube analytics the other day, and I'm currently sitting at $5.34.
Really?
$5.34. I am 1/20th of the way to them actually sending me a check.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up on that one. So
I can't believe my review it's getting more hits.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm up to what, 34 on there.
That's the review of the Avermedia stuff.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. So quite excited.
Perfect.
Can't wait to get the helmet and shit out.
Oh, that's gonna be a lot of fun.
That'd be another thing to talk about.
Oh yeah. Aside from just being friends for quite some time, a lot of what we did in university either centered around us going drinking places, usually on like pub crawls and shit like that.
The good old
pub crawls, which there's at least one fucking great story involving this guy, which we'll fish on eventually.
Bring it out.
Yeah, exactly. And I know we went to the movie theater to watch wrestling events a lot.
I miss that.
I know, it's actually kind of a pimp experience sitting in a movie theater with a bunch of fucking stinky, sweaty wrestling fans just like you, fucking eating theater popcorn while watching professional wrestling. It's pretty pimp experience. And then after that, we've done some creative ventures together, which we're getting more and more into nowadays, which really started with, so we're sort of jumping back to high school now.
Yeah.
But really started with, exactly, just like they did in Wayne's World. Really started back in high school, I guess, with fucking Helmet Head, which is going to be coming back.
Well, no.
Or no, not with
car.
not Helmet Head. Yeah, that's right. The car was first, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's really the only reason we were friends with you. No, that's not true.
Thanks for that.
That's not true. Yeah, I know. I'm sending legit bro love over to him right now because I feel bad about what I just said. But
most people that go listen to this video are going to be like, what's a bunch of queers over there?
Exactly. These fucking assholes they're just talking about themselves. What the fuck do you think a podcast is, motherfucker? Especially like a debut one, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's right. We did. We started with the fucking car, and Nick was of course the fucking captain and fearless leader. Fearless leader was that was your name, your moniker. But it wasn't just a moniker; it was something you lived by. Like, when we got in your car, all the bad ideas fucking started with you because you were the leader. So that's true. We had a whole fucking ranking system, and
I still got that. I lost all the pictures, but I found the ranking system.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
Do you have it? Is it on your computer, or is it? Fucking pull that shit up if you can find it, because that would actually be fun as hell.
Oh yeah, for sure. Keep on talking. May take me a moment.
Yeah, fair enough. So we started with Nick's car, and there were quite a few of us who had at least some kind of initiation.
Oh yeah,
it was me, you, Richard, Tyler, the other Tyler,
yeah.
Derek, Nathan, maybe even. Michael, maybe even.
Michael was introduction.
In training?
Blah blah blah. No, he was just put in.
Okay, right on.
Yeah, he was the appointed one.
Yeah, oh yeah, fucking that's right, the appointed one. Yeah. Oh my god, that's right.
Yeah, and
now we're even remembering shit that, well, at least I had forgotten.
Ryan.
Ryan.
No, not Ryan. Josh.
Oh, Josh.
Why did I say Ryan?
Well, you maybe thinking Ryan Feener, maybe? But I was like, when the fuck did we ever hang out with Ryan Feener? Which, by the way, Ryan Feener's actually a pimp dude, but...
Yeah?
I was just like, when the hell did we ever hang out with Ryan Feener? That's completely new to me. Well, that's fucking awesome. We're just... he's just looking through some of his car stuff here.
Oh, car quotes.
Oh my lord. Apparently we found some quotes. Alright. Then this is way back there. This is 2002 stuff. Oh shit. We might as well, let's just fucking talk about this.
Okay.
The main one that I always remembered, and I just happened to notice it, whenever Nick was going to make a fucking sharp turn anywhere, change direction without letting us know anything, he'd always yell shortcut. And then fucking just yank the wheel and go. And that
Right at the last moment, too. There's like split-second shortcut.
Oh, my fuck.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it's not... Yeah. And actually, I'm just seeing like some of the fucking quotes here. This was way back when Richard was dating fucking Andrea.
Yeah.
Some of this shit is hilarious. I fucking hope Richard listens to this because this is going to be funny as hell. One of these quotes that there's one at least that's attributed to me, which was, "Why is it every time I look back there, you two are sucking each other's faces?" And this was me directed towards Richard and Andrea at the time. Matter of fact, I hope Richard's girlfriend listens to this too, because that'd be fucking funny as hell. I see one here from March 28th, 2002. Buddy of ours, Kirk.
Yes.
I was trying to think, KC. Who was that? But it's Kirk.
Kirk.
And Kirk said, "I think I'm going to be sick." And Nick was like, "Here, let me help you," and then slammed on the brakes. And I don't think he threw up.
No.
Well, no, because if he would have thrown up, it would have been in the fucking car.
Yeah.
Which would have been terrible.
It would have been.
Suplex, exactly. That's a good one. That's actually something from our past. I can't remember what it started from. Suplex. What did it come from?
Not Scott Steiner, but chainmail head guy.
Perry Saturn?
No, friggin'.
It came from a Kurt Angle?
No.
It came from a professional wrestler, Taz. Maybe.
No, he always came out and he had the chainmail friggin' hat.
That's Scott Steiner.
That is?
Yeah.
Okay, then him.
No, fucking Scott...
Yeah.
Professional wrestler Scott Steiner, who always just used to do these suplexes and had this dopey fucking look on his face.
Yeah.
So we always just kind of attached the whole... the lead up to da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, charge! We always put that, but then we said suplex. So it was just da-da-da-da-da-da-da, suplex! And that was... Pretty well, he just did nothing but suplexes.
Yeah, we had a lot of those in the matches.
We did, yeah, it's true.
What else do we got here?
Guy Work 8, Me Lose Mind.
Guy Work 8, Me Lose Mind.
Yeah. That one's Nick just sort of talking in gibberish about, I guess, work time at fucking McDonald's at that time. So you would have been working at McDonald's. Guy Work 8, Me Lose Mind.
This is way back. Oh god, I think my boob defrosted the window.
I think my boob defrosted the window. Which could have been a quote attributed to me, but it wasn't. That was Andrea again. I think my boob defrosted the window. Which, yeah, probably. She did have tits on her. Fuck it, I hope Andrea listens to this too, finds it fucking 30 years, and is like, these guys are talking about my boob, I don't like it. Of course, here's my absolute favorite one, but this one we're actually going to have to role play. Nick will, of course, be playing the role of himself. No problem. I will be playing the role of a Tim Hortons attendant. Leading into this, of course, we pull up in the car. It was Nick, me, Tyler Greenmuse, Spike, which was Richard, Andrea, and Michael in the car. I don't know how the fuck we fit that many people in the car. Because your Tercel was a fucking 5-seater, if that.
Yeah, but it was a good 5-seater.
It was. Could go. It's true.
Okay, so let's play into this.
Okay, so...
If you want to be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Turn that shit down, man. Turn that shit down.
That's apparently what we listened to in the car. I'm so glad our musical tastes have improved. Okay. Welcome to Tim Hortons. Can I help you?
Hi, yes, I like a 20-pack of chicken.
Oh, so we don't sell chicken?
Sorry, yeah, that's from working for McDonald's too long.
Do you want McDonald's or chicken?
Timbits! 20 Timbits!
Assorted?
Yeah, sure.
Basically, we pulled up to the Tim Hortons, and Nick, we were trying to order Timbits, of course. Nick, for whatever reason, said chicken. Might have been looking at KFC because it was right across the road, but or whatever. Said 20-pack of chicken. We all started laughing.
I think I was just working for way too long.
Oh, it could have been. And so the attendant was like, we don't sell chicken, which is quite accurate because Tim Hortons does not sell chicken. And Nick's fucking laughing and is like, that's from working at McDonald's for too long. The woman literally pauses for like 20 seconds. And then she asks us, do you want McDonald's or chicken? Like she's going to fucking give us directions. And this was at like 10:30 at night, so KFC would have been closed. And McDonald's would have been open, but I don't even know if McDonald's served fucking chicken at this time. So she said, do you want McDonald's or chicken? So we just fucking start dying laughing again. And so we finally get around to saying, Timbits. We want 20 fucking Timbits. And then she asked if we wanted it assorted.
Yeah. it was kind of epic.
Yeah, a little bit. So anyways, the car that we did, again, was very cool. 1991 gray Toyota Tercel. A car that we just fucking beat the shit out of. We really, really just beat the crap out of that car.
The requirements that we had.
Yes, the car's requirement records. Who the fuck was Action Boy?
I don't even know.
Okay, he had. Sorry, we're looking at the thing right now. Oh no, couldn't have been Michael because Michael's the appointed one. Action Boy didn't have a stunt.
Didn't have driving.
Didn't drive it either. So basically, what we had was Nick, of course, who was fearless leader. Richard, who was Spike, basically second in command. We had me, who was just JR, because I'm also terribly creative. Okay. That's just my initials. We had the appointed one, who was Michael, of course, rest in peace, buddy. We had Action Boy, who had no fucking clue who that is. But I mean, sort of by process of elimination.
Well, that's not Tyler Greenmuse.
No, because Tyler Greenmuse was TGM. We had AL, who was Andrea, who was Richard's girlfriend at the time. I kind of threw up in my mouth a little bit. And we had KC, who was Kirk Conrad.
Who else?
Who was Action Boy? I don't know. Anyways, these were the requirements we had for becoming a full-fledged, member of the car. You had to have, of course, 8 hours time in the car, which was no problem. Everybody had that except Tyler and Kirk. 3 trips to what was called Hebb's Hill. And that was a hill with a sort of sharp left-hand turn at the bottom of it. We used to like to hydroplane through all the time.
Nice dirt road for skidding, man.
Yeah, it's absolutely. You had to have one... You fucking farted. I could smell that shit.
Not.
You definitely
I did not.
Can you smell that out there, internet land? We had to have one trip to the quarry. Where was the quarry?
Quarry was going, and still is going out, New Germany way. Going up if you go out past Wally World. Mm-hmm. You keep on going out that way.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Fucking A, we should go back to the quarry sometime.
Hell yeah. Hell, when the burn ban gets lifted, I want to...
oh, yeah, we go out there. Yeah, absolutely.
Got a little bit of shows to film.
It's true. We got some stuff to film for next channel. Minimum of 2 ramps at what was called the 100 speed ramp. And this ramp was really, it was a fucking glorified bump in the road. But, if you hit it fast enough, it really did fucking feel like you were flying. It was literally just this little bump in the road, close to Hebb's Hill. It was up by where Richard lived.
Yeah.
And had a fairly nice...
One side of the road fine, but the other side just had a perfect dip in it.
It did. It really did. I think didn't we have to run stop signs to do that?
Yeah.
Nice. I hope no cops are listening. If they are, Nick's license plate number is... No. Censored. You had to have 2 shortcuts, which is no problem, because Nick did them all the fucking time.
Yeah.
You had to actually drive the car for at least a little bit, and I actually don't really know how I managed to get the requirement for that, being as how I don't drive.
You were the co-pilot a couple times, and you drove.
Oh, did I? Oh, yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
So...
You could fulfill that requirement not strictly by straight driving the car, but if Nick fucking took his hands off the wheel and was like, drive, you had to fucking reach over and basically drive the car. So it looks like everybody did the ramps, everybody did the quarry, everybody did the shortcuts, everybody did the driving of the car except Action Boy. Whoever the fuck Action Boy? That's going to bug me. We got to figure out who Action Boy was. Action Boy, Tyler, and Kirk never got an opportunity. You also had to do 15 solo car checks. Based on how much we beat the fucking shit out of that car, every time we did something relatively stupid, we stopped the car and we were like, car check. So we all got out of the car and like looked around, like under it and around it and everything, just to make sure nothing was falling off, basically. And everybody did 15 of those except Tyler and Kirk. And
they hadn't been in the car.
No, it's true. Exactly. At this time,
compared
they really
to
well, like Richard and me.
Yeah.
And, Was Derek Action Boy?
Oh my god.
I bet you Derek was Action Boy.
I bet you he was. Yeah, that would make sense.
That would make sense. And Derek's actually one that might listen to this podcast. So, Derek, I think we found your old nickname, buddy. Because it had to be somebody that was in the car long enough to warrant having a nickname.
Yeah, and we all were hung out together, and that's the...
that's sort of the order.
Right there,
yeah. And then, of course, we had our stunts. You had to do one final stunt, which had to be completed after you had completed everything else. And it's actually a nice lead into the next thing we talk about. Nick's, of course, was road rage. Nick just did his stunt from the first day he got his driver's license. I mean, you know.
I did Bridgewater community service.
Exactly.
Right there, man.
For fucking sure.
I fulfilled my debt to society with my driver's license.
Jesus. Richard's stunt was hood surfing, which I actually remember was really fun because we were driving up Hebbs Hill. I actually remember this vividly now. We were driving up towards Hebbs Hill. Richard is sitting on the hood of the car. I'm riding shotgun. I keep kicking your VCR. I gotta stop that. I was riding shotgun, and I actually had my... You can't see because this is just audio, but I had my arm out the window holding on to Richard's fucking skinny chicken arm.
That was our safety.
That was his safety net. But he was like, all right, if I fall, you got to catch me. And I was like, okay, like it really would have done anything.
I got so much shit about that.
And it was really funny because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I was holding the arm that Richard had broken. So that was, I mean, it wasn't broken at the time, but still, he had a history of having that arm broken.
Yeah.
Or
dislocated.
Exactly,
or
from
whatever,
fucking years of doing karate and shit. So that was probably the worst fucking arm to hold on to, because if a lot of pressure does something happen, that arm was probably going to snap, and then we would have been in 10 times worse trouble than we were.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was that. The car was a fucking good time, man.
It was. I kind of wish that I still had the pictures from it.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, but I only have like 2 pictures, and this is from way back at the beginning.
Nice. We got a couple of pictures here. One that's got a fucking coffee stain on the bottom of it, but... a couple of the car pictures, which actually, if we have a scanner, we might even fucking scan these and throw them up on the web somewhere.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
One is, they're both in winter, so there's a bunch of snow around and shit. One, they're both at night, so the quality is fucking dog shit, but that's okay. It's Nick standing in front of to the side of the car, looking all fucking thugged out, which is pretty bomb. And Richard in his fucking hoodie being like...
It's cold.
It's fucking cold. I want to go inside because the fucking heater's on in there. But that's really cool, man. That's taking a stroll down memory lane.
That I have.
It's the only 2 that we
all the rest
save.
of them is gone the way of the wind when my dad got me to delete the site.
Ah, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, after he found out about that whole hood surfing thing.
After we found out about the whole hood surfing thing, fair enough.
It was either delete the site or not use the internet at home ever again. And yeah.
I mean, man needs his porn, so we had to make a decision. Makes sense. And actually, it's funny because the skit that Nick and I had to do. Well, rather, no, sorry, not Nick and I. Michael and I really ended up having to do. really leads into the next creative venture that we undertook.
It does.
Which was fucking Helmet Head.
Helmet Head.
Which, as we mentioned, is going to be making a comeback on Nick's YouTube page.
Yes.
And Helmet Head was a lot of... another thing that was a shit ton of fun to do. We only did, I think, 2 filmings of it all time, but even so, it was a lot of fun. It was during grade 11, and basically all that Helmet Head is Helmet Head's a dude that the world misunderstands. Exactly. And he's a dude that wears a bike helmet on his face, talks in a really low, grumbly voice.
And likes bars, chewy
tenders. He likes fucking granola bars a whole lot, and he likes beating up on his mysterious voice in the background, as well as his partner, who was Bubblehead, and that was the role that Michael played to absolute perfection. And we have again we've digitized the whole thing, and someday we may just throw up the old Helmet Head the Lost tapes or whatever, and let you guys have a peek at that. But that was a ton of fun, if for no other reason than the significant amount of time we spent making fun of Derek.
Or just the amount of time that we spent in that room.
Yeah, that's true.
Laughing and friggin' having a good time.
We had a lot of fucking cuts because we were just like, we can't keep going because we're just fucking laughing so much. So. But yeah, no, we chopped Derek's balls off on a number of occasions while filming this, all basically centered around incest with his brother. And that's just the kind of folks that we were at that time.
Yeah.
We were basically just like, how can we incorporate this into a joke about making fun of Derek having sex with his brother? Really, and you know what?
No,
it's nothing that Devin did. No. It wasn't Devin's fault at all. It was just like, how can we make fun of Derek?
Yeah.
And I remember fucking the day that we finally showed it to Derek. Because I'm sure everybody that we had shown it to before Derek probably went to Derek and was like, yo, these guys are, maybe you should watch this. And the day we finally showed it to Derek, he was red in the face, he was so mad. And probably, just cause. But like fucking, he was so mad. He was so mad pissed. But it was really fucking funny. So
he got over it.
He got over it.
It was just like the spur of the moment. What the fuck?
At the time, it was just like, I'm gonna fucking kill all 3 of you, because Michael was an unfortunate, unwitting accomplice to all of this.
Yeah.
Which actually, Michael did Devin's voice really, really fucking gay, and he really did it like.
It's mad. A fine day.
It's a fine day, and my name is Devin. So we just kind of outed Derek's brother's name, but oh well.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, you outed it before, so.
Fair enough.
Yeah. We're in this now.
Yeah, we're in this up to our asses now. Yeah,
so jump in a little bit further.
You fucking might as well. Let me tell you who I hate. So fucking Helmet Head was a lot of fun. It was so much fun to do that, and it was just a stupid little thing that we were doing. We filmed a couple of times, talked about some random shit. We had it planned to maybe go down to the Bridgewater Mall with shopping carts and fucking terrorize down there, like Helmet Headman goes shopping, and
yeah, we had some stuff. I mean, they weren't really planned out. It was talk.
Yeah, it was talk. Yeah,
we had it planned out in our mind.
Yeah,
it was mindified.
Exactly.
If I can make up a word there.
I mean, I give you that. I give you that leeway.
Okay.
I've just sort of spitballed about some stuff, which actually kind of ironic now that I worked in the mall.
Yeah. Which I'm kind of happy now that we're actually going to put our ideas down.
Yeah, we're kind of planning a little more.
Bring back the Helmet Head thing so that And we got a nice camera now, so it's going to be excellent. We're going to know what we're going to do, so there's not a whole bunch of laughing. Well, there's still going to be a whole
hell of a lot of laughing.
But it's going to be cut out and kind of edited into something that kind of looks professional.
Fairly new, anyways. We'll see. Professionalism, exactly. We'll see how well that turns out. But so I mean, that's kind of the creative stuff that we've sort of been involved in, and of course, in the last little while, I suppose the last year or so, I've been getting into YouTube now and have a fairly mediocre audience, but I love my audience. Don't get me wrong, but it's relatively small right now, but it's getting bigger. I think I have 70-some subscribers, which is great. And then we're going to be, of course, working like dogs to build the audience for this podcast, and it's for Nick's page as well.
Well, I'm trying. I'm plugging. I'm going to try that video every day in August.
Yeah,
don't know how good I'm going to do with it, but
well,
I'm going to try.
Whenever you need something funny, man, just fucking pop up to my house and I'll answer the door wearing nothing. Instant YouTube fame. Fat guy nudity. The lucrative nude fat guy market. That's the thing. He thinks I'm joking. Fuck. Yeah. So what do we do now? Fuck it. Let's toss out some. Let's just start spitballing funny stories. Fuck it. This has been random enough that we might as well just toss out some more.
First thing is gonna be random, man. We got nothing planned. It's just a whole shoot the shit.
Exactly. One of the funniest and longest recurring things that we've ever done and then continued to remember. Once again, we must have hated Derek. Subconsciously, we must have fucking hated that kid, and I kind of feel bad about it. But I don't think we hated him.
No, I don't think so.
It was just
it's just an awesome dude to get reactions from.
It's true. He absolutely was. And we have a couple of stories that we won't divulge into, but we will divulge into this one because it's fucking funny. Nick, of course, we were driving, and this is when we were still in high school. We were in the car, and we had parked in the curling club parking lot, which we weren't technically supposed to do, but fuck it.
It was high school. That's where everybody parked.
That's just where everybody parked. Nobody used the curling club, so what the fuck did it matter?
I curled.
Oh, that's right, you did. Yeah, I curled for 3 weeks, and I kept falling over and back. I did. I went for 3 lessons, and then I was like, well, fuck this noise, because I'm just slipping on ice.
That's the whole point.
It is the whole point, but you're supposed to be able to show some kind of balance to it, too.
Oh.
But oh well. So yeah, we had just gotten out of the car, and I think it was you and me. I think Richard was there, because I think I remember sitting in the back seat. I think it was Derek and I in the back seat.
Yeah.
Which means the back seat was being weighed down by a good 200 pounds more than the front seats were. Because at the time, I mean, me and Derek, neither of us will say that we were small dudes. And we got out of the car, and we were just kind of standing around. And Nick had this bright idea to take a fucking lighter. Cigarette lighter.
Didn't smoke. I was a pyro, liked fireworks.
Yeah, fair enough.
Still do.
Still do. As you'll see later. Eventually. So Nick just fucking took his lighter, and he was like, hey, Derek, and turned his lighter on, and was like, Bernie, and then fucking ran after him, brandishing a lighter. And Derek squealed like I didn't think a man could, and was running backwards. Was not running away, running backwards. There's a slight difference. And poor guy lost his balance and went tatas over tits backwards and just fucking rolled over backwards. And Richard and I were dying. It was so funny. I think you stopped chasing him because you were laughing so hard. And fucking poor guy. Derek, if you're listening to this, Fucking, I'm sorry. Like, goddamn.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was all in good fun, of course, but goddamn. This is what people talk about at fucking, like, bullying camps. Like, we should be, us with Derek should be the fucking poster children for bullying camps. I'm just standing up because my ass is asleep.
Okay. Standing up would be kind of good.
Oh, fair enough. That's fucking great.
Yeah. So yeah, you
Look
just stole
at me
my
while
story.
you do it. Oh, I stole your story?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, so, you know, poor fucking Derek, we kind of leaned into him a little rough. And I mean, all the stories and shit that we can come up with. Maybe we might save some for later, but basically, what we've kind of come to realize, and we've had this conversation a couple of times, that like we kind of feel bad for the people that have like a disjointed or like sort of disenfranchised from their high school experience, because, you know, we are probably pretty fucking lucky to be able to look back at our time in high school and say, like, that was, you know, we had a fairly bomb time. Like, you know, our high school experience was pretty good. And, you know...
skipping a whole half a day to go to the city.
Oh, fuck. Did I do
those.
that? I don't remember whether I went with you or not.
I think you did one time.
Maybe. Yeah, it's possible. But, you know, I mean, we had a relatively pimp experience in high school, and you know, it's kind of, I feel bad for those kids that don't get that, or that like haven't gotten that in high school. And I know, like, being a teacher, I see a lot of them, right? But, you know, we had a bomb experience in high school, and we fucking loved it. And now it's great to sort of look back on all the funny fucking stories that we can sort of spitball about, and
some of them can't be mentioned on the air.
Some of them can't be mentioned on the air for fact that it either had illegal activities attached to it, or
they're just not that mean.
They're just well, no, we could say stuff that's not mean, but there's like some fucking real shit that happened that we can't exactly spitball about. But we do have some funny stuff. Well, let's fucking toss another one out there.
Okay.
For a little while, we used to have this sort of weekend tradition of going up to Tyler Greenmuse's house and fucking drinking. During this time, of course, I didn't drink. I was sober man. I was sober man. That was one of my many nicknames throughout. I'm just looking at your edition of Borderlands here while I talk. I was sober man. I was the one that made sure, basically, that nobody died while we were, you know, drinking and being idiots. And I remember one particular event, which we're going to be speaking about, quote-unquote, illicit drug use. Although, and this is actually kind of really weird. I'm kind of taking a tangent here for a second. With how, like, anti-pot I used to be, and I remember being very, like, very anti-marijuana. It's kind of interesting how I've sort of come around on it. Like, I don't smoke pot, and I don't, like, advocate people to smoke pot. And I'm just like, hey man, you should try smoking pot. Like, that's not who I am. But I've just become much more mellow on the subject, I guess. Like, like, you know what, if people want to smoke pot, whatever. I'm for the decriminalization of marijuana as opposed to the legalization of marijuana. Simply because, like, I think it should be okay to do it, but I don't think the government should be able to tax it. But anyways, we'll get out of the politicals. We can fucking talk about politics all day long on a different podcast, but that's not what this one's about.
I'll just come right out. I've done it before.
I've done it before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it a couple times in university, and I didn't. I literally did not get high.
No?
No. The first time, I think I smoked a 1 gram joint, and I felt fucking nothing. And then everybody was like, oh, well, you know, you got to do it a couple of times before it really whatever. And I'm like, so I'm going to be paying for this a couple of times and getting nothing out of it? Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Makes me paranoid.
Yeah. So the second time I did it, it makes you paranoid when you smoke up? Yeah.
So, yeah.
Fair enough. You're high right now, aren't you? Gonna hit you. No,
wacky waving.
Wacky, exactly. The second time I did it, I remember I smoked. I think I smoked a bowl. I can't remember. I'm not up on the hip.
Hippity hopping.
The hipping and the hopping and the bipping and the bopping. But I remember I smoked more than I did the second time and still didn't fucking feel anything. And I was like, you know what? This is fucking pointless. Like, if I'm going to be paying like $50 every time I want to get high, that's just not something I'm prepared to do.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm all cool with it now. But I remember one of these times that we were up at, to get back on track, one of these times that we were up at Tyler's drinking. Tyler, of course, had a drawing. Well, he had a couple of drawings on his closet door, and I still have some pictures of this. He had fucking Super Mario with a tanuki tail and all this stuff, and he had this guitarist. I think it was an original drawing of his, but he had a guitarist on his wall and everything. And whenever we would go and drink at his place, we all had to sign his door. And there were notches under everybody's name for the number of times that they had been there. So, like, everybody had, like, 3-4 notches on their door or whatever. And I remember this night, a certain person who attended the party who shall remain Kirk Conrad. Sorry, Kirk. We're name-dropping like a motherfucker in this. Fucking knew I was going to do that, too. I was like, I wanted to say who shall remain nameless, but fuck it. He brought a couple of joints to the party, and I remember he went down in, I think he went down in their basement. With some fucking roach clips and shit, and so we were all up drinking and everything like that. This may have, well, we all were, and then there was me who was fucking sober man. Nick's computer just went all fucking Matrix, so I just got a little confused. You'd think I was stoned right now, but I'm not.
I'm a nerd, man. What can I say?
Well, you know, fucking, it's all good. Yeah, I know. You probably couldn't hear that, but there was somebody upstairs that was like, I know. I was like, fucking alright.
Yeah.
Numbers.
Okay, back on track.
Back to the fucking circle. Honestly, you would think we're stoned right now, but we're not.
There you go.
Awesome. Bros for life. We just fucking fist bumped. That's how cool we are. So we were all drinking and shit. This may have been the same event where we, everybody showed their tits. Might have been the same one.
Possibly.
Because I remember, and still on my computer to this day, I think it probably counts as child porn, but whatever. It's no worse than you see by going to any fucking Mooseheads game. All 10-year-old kids with their shirts off. Like, control your fucking children. But I have pictures of you, Richard, me, Derek, Tyler, I think Kirk, and maybe a couple other people or whatever, who all just lifted our shirts up to show our breastises and Well, Derek and I were really the only ones that actually had breastises, but I still do. But yeah, so that might have been the same event as that. But so I remember Kirk went down in the basement, fucking got high, came back up, and crashed pretty fucking hard. I remember he was not feeling it at all. He was, and I have a couple of pictures where we were fucking mean and stuck the camera in his face and started snapping pictures and shit. And he's laying there and he's fucking eating crackers. Just eating crackers. Nothing, just like,
just like crackers,
just
some food into him.
Trying to get good enough to be able to go home and not have his parents fucking slaughter him, I think. But it's just fucking very, very funny to just see him laying on Tyler's bed, fucking, just fucking shoveling crackers. And you know what? That was the same event, because I remember you and Richard were there. And I have this picture of the two of you you have a beer bottle in each hand, both of you, and you're like making this picture like you're double fisting, but I think the bottles were empty.
I think so, yes.
But you both have these things like fucking double fisting. And then there's another picture of the two of you with your mouths fucking full of crackers. Kirk's fucking crackers that he's trying to use to come down from his high. And you guys fucking stole them and stuffed your mouth full of crackers and put your heads together with fucking mouths of cracker shit coming all down over your chins. Richard's got the fucking vaginal fingers in front of his fucking mouth.
Yeah. Drunken shenanigans.
Little bit of drunken shenanigans, that's for goddamn sure.
That the exact same night that the fries went into the fan?
I think they might have been. Tyler Greenmuse had a plate full of fries. Oh my god, I'm yawning. Had a plate full of fries, and somebody, I don't remember who it was, but somebody either knocked the fries down or literally took the plate and like threw it up into his ceiling fan and fucking shot the fries all over the room, and that was great stuff.
It was epic.
It was pretty epic. Even me being sober, it was pretty fucking epic. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was always fun times going to Tyler's and getting drunk. Well, for you guys, I was just fucking sitting there laughing at your drunken shenanigans. But you know, that's the way it goes when you're sober.
Yeah. You came into the drinking a little bit later in the game.
A little bit later in the game, for sure. Once I fucking hit university, I started drinking a little bit, and I'm not an alcoholic, man. I'm
not drunk, guys. Seriously.
Yeah. I swear to drunk, I'm not God. Yeah, so no, I never got overly high into the drinking thing, but yeah, I started drinking a little more in university, which of course led us to some fun fucking pub crawls throughout university. From where like I said before, I was president of the History Society, so we always organized some drinking events at Fireside Bar and Grill in Halifax, and doing some pub crawls and shit like that. And this guy over here...
How, before I go any further, how long do you want to run this?
I don't know. What are we at?
52 minutes.
52 minutes? We probably get through this, finish it at an hour?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much?
Yeah.
Right on.
Well, yeah, last story here.
This guy was always a fucking massive hit at our university pub crawls. Honestly though, like whenever a pub crawl came around, that was one of the first questions that I was asked.
Really?
They're like, are you gonna invite your friend? I'm like, yeah, fucking absolutely. So people clearly enjoyed you being there.
Nice.
There was one pub crawl in particular, and I remember we were wearing blue shirts. I think the shirts were blue. I don't know. I still have them.
Some kind of shit.
You don't. yours kind of got ruined by certain bodily fluids coming from the mouth. Yeah, so we were at pub crawl, and we were at the lower deck bar in Halifax, which is one of my absolute favorite.
Peddlers?
Yeah, we had just come down from because we went from the lower deck to Peddlers. We had just come from either Dooley's or Pogue Fado. I bet it must have been Dooley's, because Dooley's is where we usually started the pub crawls. This was we had a basic formula for our pub crawls. We started at usually Dooley's on Barrington Street in Halifax until that closed up. I remember one pub crawl we started at Pogue Fado, but that was I think the last one that I was in on. So yeah, we usually started at Dooley's and shot pool for an hour or so. And then we would go down to the lower deck. Then we would go to Peddlers. And from there we would go to Pacifico, the dance club. And that's where the night always seemed to end, was at Pacifico. Because we would stay there until like fucking 2 or 3 in the morning. And then we were like, well, it's probably time to go home. You know. I think we tried to go to Split Crow once, but they were fucking dicks, so we didn't ever go there again. Yeah. Yeah, fuck you, Split Crow.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were at Lower Deck, and we had just been introduced to the glory that was the Rum Runner.
Yep. Yes.
For our American friends anyway, and this is actually something I found out kind of fucked up from being down in the States. If you order a rum runner down in the States, it's like a fruit drink.
It's a fat drink.
It's a little bit.
It's excuse my French, but you Americans with your rum runners, I don't know what the fuck you're doing with them.
I'm guessing.
But grow up. You're not fucking 16.
Exactly. 16-year-old girls. Like, I mean, it's just, you know, it's basically, it's a fruit drink that's got, like, no alcohol in it at all.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I wanted fruit juice, I would have got some in the vending machine, right? Like, you know, make fucking manly drinks. Rum runners in Nova Scotia fucking knock you on your ass.
And they did.
and they did for this gentleman. The rum runners that we get here is, it's dark rum, and this almond-based drink, amaretto. And amaretto's fucking delicious. If you just drink amaretto with Coke, I think it tastes like Dr. Pepper. Like, it's awesome. It tastes great. But, so we had just found out, we just understood the majesty that we're rum runners. And we were like, oh man, we can fucking drink these all night, and it doesn't even feel like we're getting drunk. So, and they taste good, which makes it even worse.
Yes.
So, we're on our fucking rum runners, and I think I had maybe 3? I think I remember 3, because I could usually handle about 3 before I started feeling... yeah, I don't know how many you fucking had.
I lost.
Whatever it was a lot.
It was too much.
I think there was some fucking tequila shots in there somewhere, too. I'm pretty sure. Knowing me, I get to a bar and I'm like, let's fucking do some tequila. Fucking drink tequila like water, but it, you know, that's beside the point. Mm-hmm. There's a couple of funny tequila stories that we can tell later.
Yeah.
On a different podcast, because we're running pretty well up to an hour, and I think that's all we'll probably subject you guys to per podcast.
Yeah, close around that time.
Exactly. So, at some point, Nick disappears. Just fucking gone. We have no idea where he is. Me and my buddy Chad, Chad was the History Society president the year before I was. Awesome, funny fucking guy. He shows up at the pub crawl, and we're all having a real good time. This might have even been the same pub crawl that you were hanging over Courtney Avery. Was this the same one?
No, that was different.
That was a different one?
Yeah, right. That was the time I got kicked out. Peddlers.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes, that's right. He's been kicked out on multiple occasions. That's right.
That would be
high five on that one, champ. All right, but yeah, so Nick has fucking disappeared at Lower Deck. We have no idea where he is.
I was painting the bathroom.
He was painting the bathroom brown and green. We'll put it that way. So yeah, it turned out he was in the fucking bathroom throwing up. And by the time Chad and I sort of got it together to go look for him, I went to one of the bouncers, because I wasn't, like I said, I was kind of buzzed, but I wasn't overly drunk, because I never got sloppy drunk on these pub crawls. And I was just like, hey, did you see one of the guys from my pub crawl here who's wearing this shirt, he's got glasses, he's got brown hair, and he's like, well, we just threw somebody out from you guys' group. So I was like, is that, like, is he brown hair and he has glasses? He's like, yeah, he fucking threw up all over the bathroom and all over himself, and we kicked him out. And I was like, oh fuck. I was like, all right, so you kicked him out, he's gone. Like, yeah, he's gone. So Chad and I resolve at that point, we are going to find Nick before Nick dies. So we pimp our way out of Lower Deck eventually. I'm not going to lie, I was playing a little game of grab ass on the way down the stairs, but what are you going to do? And all of a sudden, I hear my phone going off, not for a call, but telling me that there's a voicemail. So I was like, okay, cool, I didn't hear it ring for a call. Flip my phone up, I see it's from Nick. And I answer the voicemail, or I listen to the voicemail, and what I hear is as follows. I hear some stumbling around, like he's kicking something or whatever. And I hear on the other end of the line, I just got kicked out of the fucking Lower Deck. and I'm going home because I've had enough. And that was pretty well the extent of the voicemail. And like 10 seconds later, I hear it hang up. And so Chad and I take off running because we're trying to figure out where he went. One of the bouncers pointed us in the right direction, so off we went. And Nick was not in any mortal danger. He'll be the first one to tell you that. Yeah. But in our half-drunken, well, Chad's full-drunken, but my half-drunken state of mind, I'm like, oh, fuck, Nick's going to get killed, raped, someone's going to smell his underwear. So we got to figure something out. So we're running. While we're running, Chad loses his shoe. He's starting to lose his shoe, like it's starting to come off. He's running on the heel. So Chad yells, fuck it, and kicks his shoe off over his head. Clean up over his head, and it lands behind him. So I stop, because I'm like, should I go with Chad or should I get Chad's shoe? So I got Chad's shoe, and then kept running. And eventually we found Nick, and Nick had... You weren't too far away, no. You had already called a cab. You fucking had this drunken kicked out of a bar thing on lockdown.
I had it in my mind playing that. It's like I'm gonna go to fucking low deck, get kicked out. It's gonna be a fucking awesome time. Yeah, man.
We poured Nick into the back of the cab van, and
that cab guy hated me.
Oh yeah, I don't imagine it was a pleasant experience. So then Chad and I go back to lower deck, and we're telling everybody, Nick got kicked out, and everybody's like, woo! Nick's a party animal. And from there, you'll have to tell the rest of the story, because I know there's not a whole heck of a lot.
No.
Other than that, but...
Just basically told the guy, my puke, might need to stop, ended up puking a little bit in his cab.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fun times all around.
Fun times.
Fun times in the Maritimes. That's probably a good place to stop it. We just kind of... The first one, really, that's all we're really trying to do is just sort of spitball some funny stories, talk a little bit about who we are and how we came to be, and all that good stuff.
Before we go,
yes.
Thursday, July 26th.
Thursday, July 26th, at the South Shore Exhibition, we have another Ultimate Championship Wrestling event that we're going to be attending.
Yes, we do.
I have it booked off work, and they're on strict orders not to call me, because I will not be answering the phone.
Good.
His computer screen just went Matrix again.
Yeah.
So the 26th is another Ultimate Championship Wrestling event that we're going to be going to. Headlined, I believe, by Rick Steiner.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, I believe Rick Steiner is going to be at the show. The last show we went to, of course, was headlined by Chavo Guerrero, which was really cool. And actually, funny enough, Chavo just got signed by TNA.
Did he?
Yes, he did. Just very recently got signed by TNA. So, very exciting for Chavo. Yes. Golf clap on that one. Congratulations, Chavo. I'm sure it won't be long before you are back in... fucking WWE once TNA goes tits up, but it's all good. So he just got signed by TNA, which is cool.
Can't wait for the 26th actually.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. The last event was a lot of fun, and
it was.
This one's gonna be great. We got a fucking steel cage tag team match
down here apparently.
We've never had a cage match here before.
No, so we're both going to cover that on video cameras, and it's going to be a good show. Absolutely, it's going to be excellent.
We've just got, pardon me for my yawning again. Apparently, I'm a sleepy boy. We've always got stuff going on our YouTube channels. Nick's channel, of course, youtube.com/user/the name no one will use. My YouTube channel, youtube.com/user/Bridgewater's finest. Twitter, you don't really need to worry about. I got plenty of followers on Twitter that don't pay any attention to me now, so why get more? Really.
Exactly. Most people be like now, block.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
fuck
that
you.
Bridgewater Spartus guy.
Yeah, well, nobody ever said I wasn't a dick. Yeah, so we've got that UCW event coming up. We got a lot of fun shit planned to be doing on Nick's channel. As far as this podcast goes, I don't really know where we're going to host this, whether it's going to be on a YouTube channel or on iTunes for people to download or whatever. We're going to figure all that fucking shit out later.
Yeah, we can figure this out.
We can put this in a
probably
million and one different places.
tomorrow.
Yeah, more than likely.
It's probably going to be sitting on my phone. Which brings me to another thing. We're recording this on an iPhone 3GS.
Yeah, exactly. Like Nick's 3GS iPhone has served as our microphone for this, and I think it actually does audio capture quite well. So so we do whatever it takes to get this shit out to you guys.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what we have to use. We'll use whatever we need to get this content to you. So I think that's where professionalism. I think that's where we'll cut it off for the first podcast. Thanks so much for taking the time to listen to us, guys. Yeah. We out, Justin and Nick. Talk time. What did you want to call it? We're spitballing a name here for the podcast.
Blah 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 blah
blah blah blah blah times 9, something like that.
Lifetime with Justin and Nick.
Lifetime. Yeah, we could
live time.
Live time. That's right. Live time. That might not be a bad name.
Because I want to plan as soon as I get this friggin' XSplit shit worked out to stream this as well. Yeah, we can. Yeah, exactly. We can stream it on Ustream or iStream, or we all stream for Ice Cream or something like that. Ice cream. We should go for ice cream.
Ice cream might not be a bad fucking idea.
Oh man, we're going for ice cream.
We're
we gotta
so
go,
fucking
ladies and
going
gents.
for ice cream.
Yeah.
Peace out, fuckers.
Later, dickheads. I love you.